District welcome Tiger Rose and Jonathan Jackson, JJ.
Thank you. I appreciate it. 'Cause, Um, it's so much easier over the internet and behind the screen than it is actually in person. So for all the children out there, for all the people that's listening, uh, thank you for the opportunity. We appreciate it. The introduction was bomb, and it's actually an introduction to go right into what we talking about because I tell my son all the time, I was like, yo, son, like I got tricked
Wow.
because like she said, I graduated from kindergarten, from middle school, I graduated from high school, and I graduated from college. But they tricked me because they never gave me a valid education. They didn't teach me about finances, so I'm out here freestyling with money trying to figure out what to do, right? They didn't teach me about psychology or
Psychology.
I could go to a psychologist, but then they'll try to put you on some type of medicines and tell you to slow down. I don't want that. And then the biggest thing is that they never taught me about the correct history, not just United States history, but world history. So I've been reading and I figured out that they tricked me. So you want to go on the time machine with me?
Yeah.
All right, check it. Ready? Tick, tock, tick, tock. So the continent of Africa is so big that you can fit every other continent inside of Africa at the same time.
Even Mississippi.
Even Mississippi.
How about Pennsylvania?
PA all day. Yeah, Pennsylvania can go inside of Africa as well. Yes.
How about Florida?
Everything. Every other continent can go inside the United States. Let's go. Ready? Tick, tock, tick, tock. The continent of Africa at one point in time in history was under one constitution, meaning they taught every other nation education. Now, 200 years later, one of those nations came back to Africa as conquerors. They said that the people that taught them were uncivilized and that they were savages. So we got to keep going. We don't want to be here, right? Like,
Yeah.
all right, let's go. Tick,
Tick, tock.
here we go. So in the year 1415, the Portuguese came into West Africa and conquered the people there, right? So what this guy did, I won't say his name because I don't want y'all to remember his name, but he worked for this dude named Prince Henry. And why Prince Henry? Because there's always a Prince Henry in history. But this guy wrote a book. So I'm trying to get you to be a writer. I want you all to be writers because he wrote a book and it went viral. You know what viral is?
Yeah.
So viral is when a song comes on and everybody knows it, but you don't really like want to know it. Anyway, it's a song like this, right? So a song like that, right? So this dude wrote a book about black people, but it wasn't good. He said that black people were savages and black people didn't have an education, right? The people that he conquered. So that book, it went viral and everybody started writing about it and everybody started to think that that was the truth. So unfortunately, we got to get out of here too because he captured and wrote a book called The Conquest of Guinea. Do you know where you're from?
Yeah.
Where you from?
Exactly.
Guinea-Bissau. So he conquered our people. So let's get out of here before he conquer us, right? Ready? Tick, tock.
Tick.
Oh, let's come here in history. There's a point in time. There's a dude named Abraham Lincoln. You know him?
Yeah, the guy with the green teeth.
Yeah, the guy with the wooden teeth, Honest Abe. So Abraham Lincoln, who was a United States president, said that if he could save the Union without getting rid of and abolishing slavery, that he would. Yeah, that wasn't good, man. He said that after he freed the slaves, that all of us, we should go to like Liberia.
What's Liberia?
Liberia isn't the United States. So he wanted, Honest Abe, he wanted to kick us out. Let's get out of here before he catch us too.
Yeah.
You ready? Tick,
Tock.
tick.
Tock.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We can do this. TikTok is a communication platform that your generation uses in order to talk to each other. But I'm confused because if our communication is so much better than it used to be, how is it that we communicate about things that don't really matter anymore? Right? So instead of our communication going tick tock, now we slow down and it's like tick,
Top,
tick.
top. Lack of communication by separation between nations. And we are one.
They gotta hear you. Say it louder.
Lack of communication by separation between nations. And we are one.
All right, so say it so the teachers can hear it.
Lack of communication
Is what causes separation
between nations.
when we are one. See, we know a house divided against itself cannot stand. Yet and still, we separate ourselves.
and find the power in guns. I don't understand in a ways heavy on my heart.
See, our school districts are similar to the situation in this movie called Lean on Me. Now, y'all too young, but Lean on Me had a professor named Dr. Clark, who was a principal that's taking the school kids like they were his own sons and daughters. Nowadays, we got teachers that's just checking the check to get a check and then sending our kids out to be slaughtered.
Teachers, I need you.
They don't teach you about finances. They don't teach you about psychology of yourself. They don't teach you about history, not fake history, but like real history, because they pick a point in time and say, okay, the Atlantic slave trade, this is where we'll start, because they haven't read The Destruction of African Civilization or any book by that matter by Dr. John
Henrik Clark.
So I'm sitting thinking about this and the oddness, and I'm like, how did we as a people go from building pyramids to projects? See, the pyramids were built almost 5,000 years ago, and it took them
The theaters,
like 60-something years to get it finished. But nowadays, the projects are being built X amount of years ago, and it only takes them a few weeks to get that finished. So I'm sitting and I'm thinking about this, like, how do we go from building
pyramids,
to projects, to loving ourselves, to striving for wealth, from the beginning of humanity to killing ourselves? So we as African Americans are taking what we have for granted and got the nerve to start crying, being blinded by money and only what they want you to see. Y'all kids, I need y'all to open your eyes and realize that in the beginning of humanity, they had nothing, not clothes, nor shelter or water. They had to work for everything hauled by hand, even the meat that they slaughtered. It was the daughters that cooked, cleaned, and learned the trades at home. It was the son that went on long journeys to bring the food home. I'm saying we're wrong to blame another race, even knowing what they did. The only thing that can hold us down is ourselves. So that is,
sorry about the cops there.
well, I guess the cops can hold us down too. So I guess that excuse ain't dead. So what we need to do in order to change the United States and our nation is for our teachers to start teaching our kids the correct
education.
words of wisdom. I'm Tiger.
JJ.
Step on our words and rise. Woo.
Mhm. Amazing.